In this video, we're going to review the first step in the new award setup process in Spectrum, which is creating the F101 record from our V101 record. Once you've reviewed an award, all signatures are obtained, you have a budget and cost share budget if applicable that matches the award, and compliance approval letters, you'll create your F101 record from your V101 record. The V101 record was your original proposal record, and the F101 entry is the phase in the award staging process where we define billing and other critical attributes that are not easily adjusted on the award profile in Spectrum. The most important thing to remember is that even though much of the information in this record is copied from the V101, any of these fields could be different an award from what was entered at proposal stage. All fields must be verified and updated as necessary. Before we begin staging the award, we're going to verify whether an advance account has been requested for this award. You can do so by searching in the portal as well as in Spectrum under Maintain Proposal and entering your CON number. If the V101 record opens, which you can see here in the version ID, that means there is not an advance account in place for this project. I'm going to show you an example of what it looks like if an advance account is in place. This is not the award we're setting up, but if I search for this particular CON, there is an advance account in place. You can see two records open down here, and the F101 has been created and submitted but not awarded. The status is submitted, and if I open this record, I can see generate status is pre-sales spending, which means there's an advance account in place and the proposal status is submitted. If we were going to set up this award, we would have to change this status back to not submitted and proceed with our award setup from there. In this case, we do not have an award or an advance account in place, so we're going to process full award setup and creating the F101 record. I'm going to navigate to Copy Proposal. Search for it, and this box opens with a 2 version of Next. I'm going to replace that with F101 and select Copy. From there, I'm going to navigate back to Maintain Proposal. You'll need to clear all of these fields, enter GSU-FS, and enter your CON number again, search. Now we see our F101 record here and it's in draft status. So this gives me the opportunity to go into the F101 record and stage it for award generation. I've entered my F101 record and you can see that it opens to the Proposal tab. So the first thing I'm going to do is verify with my award document that this is the appropriate project title. And if it's different from what's on the award document, I would update that here. The award we received is a FDP subaward. So I'll just share my screen here. I've verified the project title here matches Spectrum. I've verified the PI here matches Spectrum. So I'm going to have that award document open on my other screen. And I'm just going to go through here and work from the top down on the Proposal tab. I'm checking the title, I'm checking the PI, I'm checking the sponsor. And I want to pay particular attention to the sponsor ID here because this is one of the fields that cannot be adjusted once the award is generated without systems team intervention. It's really common to have to change the sponsor here, particularly for NIH direct funded awards, because we submit proposals with NIH as the sponsor, but when we receive the award, we want to be sure to set it up under the appropriate institute or center. So you would always want to adjust the sponsor ID of NIH to the appropriate institute or center, such as NCI, NICHD, etc. So you would certainly just go here, open your lookup, and search for your award or your sponsor there. Another common thing is to see, for example, University of Washington, when really it's the Washington University or WashU in St. Louis. Those are common mistakes that could be made in there, so just verify that your sponsor ID is always matching the sponsor in the award. Your purpose here is going to be verified. It's the project type from the proposal in the portal. Basic is for research. If we open this search, here are our options. You're generally going to see basic, instruction, or public service. You will often see fellowship as well, although fellowship is not an option in the portal to select. So you'll just want to verify that the purpose is correct, update it as necessary, and that your proposal type is correct. Is it new? Is it a renewal? In this case, it's new. This award is a federal flow-through award from the Northwestern University from NSF. So we do have a CFDA number in here because it's federal flow-through. And because it's federal flow-through, I need to select this additional information tab here. Then the type, I'm going to state flow-through here. And then I'm going to select this piece of paper to find NSF as our sponsor. There it is. I'm going to select that, say OK, return to maintain proposal, and select save. Next, you see your budget periods here, and these should be entered according to your award document. In this particular case, because it's forward funded, we're going to have one 5-year budget period. However, we can't adjust this here yet because our budget tab includes budgets for each individual line. So we're going to enter the budget tab, go into each budget period, and delete the budget so that we can adjust our proposal tab. I generally start from the bottom, but you can go from the top or the bottom. And just remember to save it each time. If this award were not forward funded, we would leave these budget periods there because we would be expecting incremental funding from year to year. I'm also going to delete budget period 1 because we're going to be re-entering that in a bit. So now I can come back to the proposal tab and I can delete these budget periods because there is no budget entered on the budget tab anymore. So my award document states the start date is 7/1/24 and it runs through 6/30/2029. I'm going to save that, and that's the end of the proposal tab entry. Now I'm going to navigate to the projects tab. If you did make a change to the project title on the proposal tab, you'll want to update it here. You're verifying your department number matches that was listed on the proposal, that your subdivision matches that was listed on the proposal, and that your institution matches who the award is issued to. In this case, it's GSU Research Foundation. I can see that on my award document here. We are the subrecipient. If this were to state Georgia State University, I would need to change my institution. If there's an F&A distribution split on your proposal, you can enter those departments here. However, note that when you generate your award, the subdivision will auto-populate with the subdivision that is listed up here on the main SP, and you will have to reach out to the systems team to correct the subdivision that will generate for your distribution departments. You'll also want to select the OSPA contact if that's not entered, or verify it if it is entered. In this case, this is in Lawrence's portfolio. You're always selecting a pre-award officer here, and you'll select Save. Then we move back to the Budgets tab. And again, we've already deleted our budget here. So we're just going to select the budget period number that we want to stage, and we're going to use the Excel budget from the award notice and only enter direct costs because the system will automatically calculate our indirect cost. Before we do that, I actually want to come back and open the F&A and pricing setup just to see. You should see the appropriate F&A rate is here. If when you enter your budget it is not calculating properly, it could be that you have an incorrect F&A rate there. So we'll come back to this panel, but that's where we would adjust the F&A rate if necessary. So from my award budget, I have 5 budget categories here. I'm going to enter those in. I have summer salary, fringe, grad student salary, travel, and supplies. So I've entered my amounts for each category, and I'm going to select Save. And you can see that the F&A automatically calculated when I selected Save. I'm just going to verify that this amount, $477,869, matches my award from the sponsor. And it is off by $1, which is not uncommon. So we'll just adjust that on the award side. I'm going to select Save again, return to Maintain Proposal, and I just like to save again to be safe. One budget item I want to note here is that if you have participant support costs in your budget, you're still going to include them on your budget period that you enter here. When you get to the award side, to create a second SP to segregate those participant support costs, you'll then just move the budget down to the newly created SP and reduce the budget when you enter it on the primary SP. Now we're going to enter back into the F&A and pricing setup link here. We're verifying the contracts related pricing method up here. And what this is our billing method. How are we going to bill our sponsor or get paid? And this is a cost reimbursable FDP subaward. It states it right here that it's an FDP cost reimbursement sub. So we know that as incurred, grants reimbursable is the correct billing type. So we don't have to change that here. If this were a fixed price award with fixed billing, we would select fixed, and grants fixed. In this case, we don't need to change it. I'm verifying my F&A rate is on-campus research. It matches the proposal, MTDC base. I generally delete all lines here that are not applicable, just to be safe. And I change the effective date to the effective date of our F&A rate agreement. In this case, 7/1/21 for our 56% rate. I'm going to say apply and OK. And then save again. Now I'm going to move to the Resources tab, and in this case, there is not an additional investigator or additional investigators on this proposal. So from the proposal in the portal, if there are additional investigators, they should be listed here, co-investigators or multiple PI. They have to be entered here, and this reporting role should also be entered for everyone but the PI, and the box include an award header checked for everyone but the PI. This particular award has no additional key personnel, so we don't need to change anything here, but you'll want to review this panel to make sure that everyone gets the appropriate reporting role on the award side before proceeding. And then the final tab we need to go to is the Certifications tab. This project had no humans, no animals, no biosafety or radiation safety protocols, so we don't have to enter anything here. However, this is where you would enter information if you had any of those compliance approvals. You would select the code here, enter whether or not it's pending approval, approved, etc. And this information will then carry over to the award when it's generated. So at this point, our F101 record is complete. We never enter anything on the reports or attachments tabs. And once this record's complete, we simply move over to Submit Proposal, change our status from not submitted to submitted. This is not anything we ever do on the Proposal tab from the Maintain Proposal screen. We always have to navigate to this screen. Select Save. Now our status is submitted. And from there, we navigate to Generate Award. You see there's no pre-award spending selected here, just a reminder on our advance account status. If there were an advance account in place, that would be checked, and you would actually already see the SP here. In this case, we're going to open the project number scheme, select Sponsored Research, and then just choose Generate. You can see over here in the upper right-hand corner, it's working, and soon our SP pops up here. You'll want to take note of that, copy and paste it into your award notice, and save your award notice in the portal. Now that you've generated your award, you're ready to move on to step 2, which is creating the award attributes.